hit record. And put these over here. Hopefully it will not be too far away. And that's it. Okay, so it is Wednesday the 12th of August 2020. We are playing session 5 of Adventure 7 of Young Timelords. In the last session, you met Verda. What are your characters doing?
Trying to find out who Verda is.
Do we know anything about this?
No, you know who Verda is. When you were hacking into the computer back in the office before it needed to be blown up because of Wizbot infestation, you got the...
This is why we can't have nice things.
You got a rough history of who Verda and his antagonist brother Mizraza was. They were... he owned this factory. It was a...
oh yes, we got that, yes.
Basically, it's a weapons and a magical weapons factory, or both magical and mundane weapons factory. Sorry.
And Mizraza is his brother.
Yes, that is.
And they've had a falling out. Is that what's happened?
Oh, they've had a
Looks
falling
like
out.
it.
Yes. They had a falling out a long time ago when they went to war.
So who's been running this factory, or don't we know that?
Well, basically, it's in mothballs.
How long has that been?
Real time or local time, considering that there's been a time stop on it. Real time, it was mothballed somewhere just short of 4 billion years ago.
4 billion!
Jeez!
Yeah.
20% of the history of
local
the
time,
universe.
it's been only a few thousand years.
Oh, only a few thousand.
Yeah.
In
local time.
In stasis time.
In stasis time. Yeah.
Right, okay.
Now,
in slowed down
here
time.
is one thing that I discussed with you last session, but which Jono wasn't here, so he did not actually get that. Well, actually, you can probably read it if you want.
Anything worthwhile and there's another thing.
I think the universe is about 20 billion years old, is it? The latest?
I thought the latest estimate was 13.
Rough order of 14.
Okay.
There you go.
It's a lot younger than I thought.
Same order of
give or
magnitude.
take.
Same order of magnitude. That's all I asked for.
Well, that's the thing. In this sort of numbers, that's more or less the same.
Yeah, it's more or less the same.
Actually, that's not quite
Get
the
real.
same thing.
30 billion is the same sort of order.
Yeah, well, when you're going up in orders of magnitude, yes, it's all
Saw a
right.
poster of Darwin, and the caption read, "Shh, just let me do my work."
This is talking about the pandemic. Trouble is getting a bit close to the bone for someone. Did you hear about the vloggers in Melbourne who went out very proudly and got Maccas at 3 a.m. or whatever? But the thing that's hilarious is that
They posted it.
And it wasn't the government that got them. It was they were Chinese university students.
Oh, Jesus.
And the local Chinese community have absolutely
Piled on.
trounced them.
It's amazing how often people post their own transgressions on social media.
Because they're idiots.
It's truly astonishing how often that happens.
So what's happening, Saxon?
Okay.
We've met somebody, and what are we doing?
This is something I needed to hear. Yep.
Yeah.
So
That-
do we assume Jono's just told us all this? Or?
Yeah, well, he did.
Jono will be
I
telling
was
us.
expecting to have him here last session, and that information was
right.
basically there.
We did that when he wasn't here.
Yeah, that's basically it. Actually,
Okay, D20.
no, that's actually happened. You weren't here, so I simply arbitrarily gave out that information.
Right, because I'm a fanboy of both of these, yes.
Yes.
Well,
So-
we just what it's
So,
going to do.
do you
What
want
was the
to try and
alternative?
recollect what happened last session, or will I actually give a plot summary? I mean,
Please
can
give
you
a
brain
plot-
right now?
Please give a plot summary.
Okay.
I always like a plot summary. Please.
You were looking around in the office areas upstairs. That was 2 sessions ago. You found the unconscious body of the missing archaeologist.
That's right, which we were
yeah.
kind of looking for.
Mr. Darson.
Mr. Darson.
Well, Darson Trepidar, yeah. He had been... he had snuck off to investigate the area and see if there was anything interesting. He opened up a little vault in one of the rooms adjacent to the office area. Popped a bunch of Wizmos who attacked him, knocked him unconscious,
Wizmos.
and collapsed part of the ceiling on him. where he was lying unconscious and bleeding. You came in, found him, were intact in turn. You managed to abscond out of the office, and your character threw a grenade.
Yes.
1 or 2 grenades, I can't
I
remember.
believe it was 2, and then I
All of
marked.
them.
Then I removed the word grenades
Mhm.
from my character sheet
That's right.
because it said grenades without specifying the number.
Yeah.
So I decided I had 2, would use them both, and then remove that entry from my character sheet just for the sake of fairness and
While the
reasonableness.
rest of you were
It's the only thing I remember.
rescuing
So I had to-
Trepidau, the rogue was hacking into the computers in the office area and getting a brief history of this particular building. You discovered it was a mothballed weapons factory owned and created by a sorcerer artificer called Verda. It had various entries which you were able to quickly skim through, including his antagonism with his brother Mizraza. That was as far as you got before the Wizmos attacked a little bit early. There was a bad roll there. Afterwards, I think it was Nellan who figured out that the Wizmos were communicating with each other with a ongoing click buzz susurration,
Good
and that you
word.
could actually
Susurration.
you could actually render them, if not necessarily totally helpless, but at least less dangerous by using your sonic screwdrivers to cancel out their communication
Oh yes,
with
I
each other.
remember that. Yep.
You could probably do it by singing, but let's not worry about that.
You'd have to do it awfully quickly. Another character who I cannot remember who worked out, well, look, we've got a freight elevator here in the office, but it can't possibly have been bringing out heavy equipment and machinery and robots through here because the doors out of the office are too small. There must have been another freight elevator across adjacent to the loading bay. You went and found that. And then you took the elevator down deeper and down to the factory floor.
Down, deeper and down.
Your objective in that case was that you were following sound vibrations through the infrastructure of the building to try and get to the device which was draining off the energy which had taken out the TARDIS and the shuttle for the alien snake people and probably anybody else who happened to try and come and rescue, they would fall victim. So you went down onto the factory floor, you went through the factory floor.
That's right. We found like some big magic engine generator.
That is
thing.
correct. It was a quite large factory floor, about 600 metres long. You came down this elevator and had to go over here.
What?
And got attacked by Wizmos again.
My eyes are closed.
Went down to the floor below that where you discovered the machine that A was draining energy plus also big magic energy storing jars.
That's right. And I took a sample of magic energy.
Yes.
Big day.
And the
Is this actually magic or is it Plytech?
well, now that's a very good question. I'll get to that in just a second. But it was magic way back in the dark days. Rassilon, however, has given it a damn good poke, and these days it's almost but not completely Clark Tech.
Right, okay.
Clark Tech meaning
Arthur C. Clarke.
Arthur C. Clarke, i.e. any sufficiently advanced magic, sufficiently advanced technology is indistinguishable from magic.
Mm.
So it's not actually magic when they call it magic.
Yeah.
It allows you to have things both ways in science fiction.
Is it monkey magic?
Monkey
Magic.
magic.
Oh, how cool would that be?
We've had that conversation before.
Yeah, I know.
And it was,
Right.
it ended in tears.
Did it?
Now let's
Yeah.
see. He
I
took
don't
a
remember
sample
crying.
of the magic.
Did you cry?
had confiscated one of the deactivated Wizmo robots. I presume you were going to
Monkey the role.
investigate it into reverse
Oh, how good
engineering
would
later.
that
To
be?
be run.
As you came
There's a
up
very high
out
danger we're going to have
onto the main
racist
factory floor,
affect racist
you
accents.
heard somebody having
Oh,
a
yeah.
fight scene and declaiming that you would not defeat him.
Did they have Asian
You all
accents?
ran out to see if you could help, or at
Yeah,
very
I
least
suppose they did.
Sticky Perk
Very racist
investigate.
Asian.
And there you met a gentleman who was wielding a staff with some sort of hard light concussive effect, smiting Wismos left, right, and centre, claiming that they would not take over his
I didn't
domain.
think it was
His name wouldn't be
Ricardo
Mizraza,
accents.
would it?
This is Verda.
Oh, this is
Verda.
Verda. Okay,
Yeah,
right.
yeah.
So the Wismos
You know.
are not Verda's underlings, obviously.
Yes, they are.
No.
Oh, they're not.
No, they're attacking him.
But I saw. Oh, this is Verdant. Yes,
Yes.
they're Miss Rada's underlings.
That
That
seems
is
to
a,
be the
a
case.
good supposition.
That
Was
seems
Verda
to
the
be
person we rescued?
No.
No,
That was simply
No,
one of the
that was
local
just some guy.
archaeologists who had come in.
that was Helmut von Guy.
Helmet one guy.
That was Darsel Trepidar.
Helmut von.
He was memorable.
Darson Trepidar. Yeah, anyway.
I like
So that
guy.
is more or less where you're up to. Now, to answer your question relating back to all
I
of
feel
this
safe in
information
this
which
mask.
you had,
I
your
know.
character had passed
comforting.
on,
I don't. I find I can't breathe in them.
I'm getting that way.
basically there's a strong supposition that at
Sinuses,
some point in the
like
early
in the diet,
universe,
or you get
the
used to it.
Time Lords had done something
I love the smell of
partly
my own moist
draining off
breath.
a lot of magic, partly tweaking the laws of physics so that magic was no longer quite so effective as it has been,
In a few
and
minutes,
various
we'll ring the
creatures
bell
from the
and
old times, like the
we'll
great vampires, the
swap
Carrionites, the Rachnos, and all sorts of monsters from the expanded universe
That's
which
right,
you
the
don't
great
want to know about.
vampires.
None
Yes.
of this is actually magic.
They got severely fribbled, and Rassilon and his crew were able to either exile them or kill them or just chase them away. Okay, so that is basically where you're up to.
Now rub it into your eyeballs.
No, don't do that.
Feel better.
Yeah.
Okay, that's what the Rachnos look like. Oh, that's nasty.
Yes, big spider people.
Do that. Yeah.
Oh my
Wow.
god!
Why they do that?
Oh my god!
What's this?
That's a Rachnos.
Oh
Big
yeah,
spider
I know
person.
them. Yeah.
Is that from the new series?
Yes, that's from the new series.
When I say the new series, anything since the reboot, literally anything.
Yeah, that's how.
Which
it's
is
usually-
probably more than 10 years now. How long has it been going?
Mm.
Probably almost as long as the movie.
Close on
closer-
15.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
Remember David Tennant?
I do. And the other Scottish fellow. Who is he?
Yeah,
Now,
but at
the
least.
Scottish
Nat
fella.
Smith? That's not
No,
Scottish.
Peter
No,
Capaldi.
Thank you.
Who?
Peter Capaldi had a
Oh,
Scottish accent.
Peter Capaldi.
You see, David Tennant had a Scottish accent, but he didn't use it for the dog.
Ah, you see, here's the thing. There was the Scotsman without the Scottish accent and the non-Scotsman with a Scottish
No,
accent.
he's
Oh,
Scottish.
Peter
he's a
Capaldi is Scottish.
He's as Scottish as Haggis he is.
Yes.
But his name's Capaldi. What kind of fucking Scottish surname is
His
that?
father
Dude.
was Italian or his grandfather was Italian.
Dude, don't be racist.
Something like that.
We've got.
Okay.
I've had a student. whose appearance was thoroughly Chinese, and as soon as he started speaking, you could tell he was Glasgow through and through.
Oh yeah, well there's absolutely.
Why did they let them immigrate to Scotland?
What was really funny about it was that the first time I got to hear him was when he was doing the valedictory speech for Year 12.
Oh my god!
So he gets up on the stage,
And with the full-on.
and I'm
Scottish
expecting an
accent.
accent, but I'm not expecting that
You're
accent.
not expecting Scottish. Yes.
Well, it's been a great year.
Great year.
Mm-hmm.
I had a student by the name of McGlockery who was entirely Vietnamese in appearance.
Oh my goodness.
So there you go.
Okay. So
Multiculturalism.
that brings you up to
Multiculturalism.
the end of last session, the start of this session. What are your characters doing?
What have we got to achieve?
Well, we're
Saxon? What have we
confronted
got
by
to do?
this becaped
Yes.
Badoobadan.
What's our
I'm assuming
objective?
He's got a cape.
Well, you
Can we
have
shoot him?
actually deactivated the energy drain machine, which was keeping you all stranded here.
Right.
So that was our
Well,
objective.
let's go.
Yeah.
But,
Time to
well,
leave.
except now we've been confronted by Uberjuba Man.
Well, you haven't actually been
He
confronted.
doesn't know we're here. We can just go.
But we're in the same room. He's
All right,
going to
let's
notice
just kill
we're
him.
here quite
We
soon.
can just shoot him if he. Actually, he's probably invincible to.
Are we
six
supposed?
shooters.
Are we supposed to kill him?
I'm not sure if picking a fight with him is the most brilliant
Well,
idea ever.
I've got a 6-shooter. I don't think he can just come to that if he's from like 5 billion years.
Where did you
ago.
get a 6-shooter from?
It's not. It's a
He's been
4-shooter.
armed for
Where did you get it from?
From the place where they're
Smedler's Gulch?
asymmetrical. Yes, Smedler's Gulch.
Oh, that's right.
Urban, what do you think we should do?
Talk to him.
Yeah, he's a 4-shooter.
Come on, let's not do crazy stuff like
Maybe
that.
help him with against the Wizbots that are attacking him, or maybe although he may not need much help.
Well, you don't know anything about this guy except he's feuding with his brother from like 5 billion years ago.
And
Yes,
we
we,
really
do
don't
know
know.
something about him. We know that.
How are we going to find out?
What do we know about him that's relevant?
All right, Urban,
Is he a
go and
good
talk
guy?
to him
Is
then.
he a bad guy?
Let's push
Is
the
he a
plot
neutral
forward.
guy?
There is no
we could help
Is he
him.
racist?
Okay, do it. What are we helping him
How
with?
can we help him?
Well, at the moment, he's just defeated the Wizbots and he's standing
Oh,
there,
he's defeated
hovering,
them.
going,
Well, he doesn't need help.
and looks around. So, are you going to?
Just say hi and offer
Can
him
we offer
jelly
you any
babies.
assistance?
Urban's just
Us.
done something excellent.
Who are you? What persons bring here?
What the fuck?
I'll just introduce everybody.
What person's
What
bringing
bring-
here?
Just let it go. Let's let it happen.
Okay.
What brings you here? Who do you owe allegiance to?
No.
Say something clever, Urban.
He already
Money.
has.
Money!
Only to ourselves. Our ship was trapped by the engine, so we just turned it off so we could leave again.
Aha. It would seem these perfidious machines have done more damage and activated more than I had expected.
Let
So,
it happen.
how many people are trapped and how far? What is the
Let
the
it
range
happen.
of this effect?
Does anyone know that answer?
How many people are trapped and how far?
Probably the
do we
entire
know?
solar system by
Yes.
now. Well, at least the
No, no,
planets.
no, that's
We've
not
turned
true.
it off.
That's not true. The
We-
planet's,
Yeah.
the planet's just collapsing, but that's not because of this.
Yeah, but it affects everything around the planet, so I assume it's the entire planetary area.
It's got a half continental effect, the energy drain.
It
So
was
there's going to be an awful lot
It
of
was
people.
affecting ships in space. So
Yes,
I-
but space only goes, depends on whether they're low orbit or high orbit, I suppose. Yeah, I hadn't thought of that. That's a good point, Peter. It does go up quite a few hundred kilometres, yes. So
As
even
far
if
as I know,
it's
it's just us and the archaeological team, isn't it?
Well, that was the last you heard, yeah.
That's all we know about. We don't know if it's affecting anyone else.
We turned it off, so it's not affecting
Yeah,
anyone.
it's not affecting
So
anyone.
we're actually fine. So if
I
you don't
think
need
we're
any help,
alright.
we'll be off.
Very well.
Uh,
You mentioned that this
Should-
planet was in peril.
I was about to say, should we mention
It's probably-
that the
probably only
planet's
fair
about
for us
to
to mention-
collapse?
Your planet's in a state of collapse.
It's not
We're
his
trying to
planet.
evacuate the crap out of it.
Well, actually,
No, I know
so
it's not
much
his
the
planet, but
as the
his
moon.
base is on it. He might be worried about that.
Only temporarily.
Well, planet's something you want to keep because it's where he keeps
The
all this
planet
stuff.
is
I'm
incredibly stable. It could be around for millions of years if it wasn't for the moon.
sure. Oh right, okay. The
So
moon-
you do explain that it's actually the moon which is unstable and is going to fall apart. Not
Oh,
the actual
thank
planet
you,
itself.
thank you. I'd forgotten that.
Can we
factoid.
do something about the moon?
No.
Get the hell off it.
That would be impressive.
No, no. What's
That
what
would
we're
be-
about? We're impressive.
That would be very impressive.
We can't do anything about it. Can we
We'll
shift
just
its
point our sonic
gravitational
screwdrivers at it and go.
pull? Can we do anything?
But the moon's
We could materialize
The moon's-
it
the
inside
moon
the
urban.
TARDIS.
what's happening
There
is a
you
natural phenomenon.
There
Yes.
you
Right,
go.
yes.
So let's
There's
let
probably-
it happen, and we.
Oh, is this like the prime directive or something?
Let's just let it go.
No, it's not that. It's that arresting this sort of event probably takes serious.
I've never
effort.
been arrested in my life.
It's like North
Everyone's
Sentinel Island.
evacuated.
It's just not worth the trouble.
That's right.
Everyone's evacuated, so it's not.
Urban's been arrested. He was a suspect in the granny killer.
That's right. You
What,
were.
sorry, what the actual
What's
hell?
got to do with the moon?
He said he'd never been
Everything.
arrested, and you've been arrested.
I've
Exactly.
never been arrested.
You've been
You were
detained.
detained.
I've
That's
been
the same thing.
detained,
Your
yes,
your
but
movement
not
was
arrested.
stopped by the
Mm.
police. Therefore, you were
Are these
arrested.
the real police in the
There's a
real
difference
world?
between
Yes.
being arrested.
And-
He would know this.
You were travelling forward, and they prevented.
And isn't it true
and
that the
arrested
granny
your
killer was
forward
never
momentum.
captured?
No, they did catch them.
Right.
Can I say there's many things I would suspect you of, Urban?
I was kept in a
Killer
room in
Grannies
the
is
St.
not-
Petersburg
Although
police
that, you
station
could
for
be
8
very, very
hours.
clever.
Well, you were extra
Really,
arrested.
you should be.
I appreciate that.
The
You
room,
could be
the
more
room
brilliant than I
had
thought
a
you
small
were.
pile of tyres in the corner and a giant portrait of Stalin.
Some
And with
guy-
sunflower seeds on top, as I
some guy
recall.
in a
Yes.
Bobby helmet didn't step in,
What the
tap you on the
actual-
shoulder and say, you were
This
arrested.
is a true
therefore
story.
you're
This
not."
really fucking happened. I'm not making any of it.
Neither are we.
That's ridiculous.
Verda takes from your commentary that the moon is destabilising. He makes the comment,
Locked in a police holder.
that
Really?
is troubling. I shall need to move the real world
Masks is
interface of this
He's done a really
place
poor job.
and
with masks.
shuffle it
Face.
off planet. But it is not a catastrophic problem, providing I
Important
act
stubble.
in time.
You may be going a bit
It's
late
just-
on
it's
that
not
one,
working.
won't you?
It's not
Maybe
working.
his face is
How
funny.
so?
My face is funny.
Are you
I
from
think
Smeddler's
it's all
Gold?
kind
Yep.
of catastrophic already.
My face is weird. It won't
Yes,
pinch.
but I can
I've got a
move
broken
the
tooth.
real
Oh,
world
does it
interface
have-
of this place.
So it
in a
only
matter of
had.
hours.
Maybe you've got it upside
How
down.
long
I
before
haven't,
the
I've got the
moon
bar
falls?
Oh, you can.
It might have a matter of
Yeah, you can
hours.
see it. You can see
No,
it.
I definitely got it the right way up. Even
Well,
Ray
the time
checked it.
was basically.
I'm correct, I know.
I
It was.
got it.
It was
Really crap
within 40
Don't I?
hours of this local time. You've
Thanks,
been maybe
mother-in-law.
10
Wanted me
hours
to
So
max.
30 hours.
Yeah, so it's going to be within the next.
That's right.
day.
Carly brought me a
Yes.
cloth one
So,
today.
So we
yes.
believe 30
Excellent.
hours.
Okay.
Where'd you get it from?
He,
I don't know.
he
Face masks
considers
are
this
us.
seriously. Says
Might
yes,
as well.
not unworkable.
Only
Nevertheless,
gonna wear it
you
shopping.
may need help in
Yeah,
getting everybody
must,
accurate.
Well, public
evacuated.
transport. I'll wear it on public
It
transport.
seems
I
a
don't take
quite
public transport.
tight
It's full
timetable.
of people.
Yes, that is what we have noted as well.
It's full of
Very
COVID people. Who'd get on it.
Okay,
We're missing out on
Follow me.
whatever is actually happening here.
So he's
He's
telling us
entered some kind of negotiation
he
here.
thinks he can fix the moon.
Oh, he thinks he can fix them.
How
fix the
did
moon.
it fix the moon?
I don't
Yeah.
know. I was talking about moving the real world interface of this city and simply shuffling it off planet.
Think of the
Oh.
think
That's
of
also
the
a good
factory
idea.
as a
Mhm.
TARDIS, and he wants to dematerialise it and rematerialise it.
Basically, yes, it's the same pocket dimension. In that regard, yes, it's very similar to TARDIS.
Understood.
Now, as far as moving the moon, if there has been times when the Doctor has actually towed the entire Earth, yeah, theoretically,
Yeah, there you go. That's what I want to do. I want to tow the
you
moon.
could actually tow the moon away. Yes.
That would be
Oh no! And they laughed. And they laughed. I said, "Why can't we just do something
Vast
with the moon?
amounts of hand wavium. Seriously.
Let's
I don't
tow.
understand why.
To get it out of the way of hitting the planet."
Yeah, but there's no one on the
They've
planet.
basically
The planet's been
evacuated the entire
evacuated.
planet.
It's a
now.
natural phenomenon.
He's saying there's no further harm it can do. Why bother?
What about the heritage order?
He's about to move the heritage order to another planet.
Problem solved.
To the rest of the planet.
Yeah, well, he's about to move his
He's a
property.
heritage
That's
Yeah,
not
nobody
the
else's
real
property.
question.
That's his priority.
Well,
That's
maybe
the
we
risk.
should go and fill in some admin papers.
Yeah, mate. What are you going to offset against
How
that?
fast is that?
Against that development?
You do realise that a planet with a moon which suddenly does not have its moon, even if that moon was going to blow up, will probably destabilise the planet anyway.
Well, it will change. The
But that's a risk we're willing to
Yeah,
take.
if you suddenly took the moon away, what would happen?
The tides wouldn't
what
work.
we need to do is
I think it
take
might be a
away-
bit worse than that.
We need to take it away and replace it with one of the similar mass. and
Oh, like
similar
Indiana
orbit.
Jones.
Having said that, the tides not happening would be a disaster as well. Sorry,
Yes, it would, but we
People
replace it
couldn't
with a
surf.
similar-
Who'd give a shit?
with a
There's
similar
more
mass
going on than
moon
that.
In a similar orbit.
whole ecosystems would
In
collapse
fact, we could
overnight.
even probably replace it with a black hole.
I was just going to
Moon
suggest a
worshippers.
tiny black hole would do the job beautifully.
Mangroves.
Mangroves
and seagrass.
would die.
In fact, it would be
Yeah,
far
they
more
would.
efficient than a moon.
Globally. They'd either
You
be
replace-
too dry or too flooded. They'd die. They'd
You replace
die
it with a
overnight.
tiny black hole. Problem solved.
There you go.
Yeah.
There's an answer for everything.
Sorry, what's the problem? The moon is going to crash into the planet?
Yes.
The moon is going to fall apart and the bits will fall into the planet. Yes.
So the problem is not so much the moon's falling to bits.
Yes, the moon is falling to bits.
So you want to take it away to fall apart somewhere else?
Can
I
you
thought
even
the
do
planet
that
was still
now, given
popular.
its fragile nature? It's like picking up a I don't know, a severely cracked Christmas ornament
Actually, you know
that's
what?
made out of very
We'd be
fine
better off to
glass.
move the planets.
It should be quite simple. If we put some red matter inside
50.
the moon,
50.
it'll collapse in on itself, and then but will continue on its same.
The only problem with that is
everything
you're in
else.
the wrong fandom.
Oh, damn!
That's Star Trek.
Okay. Do we need to do this? Is
Okay.
the next question. Do we
Yeah,
need
I'm
to do
actually
it?
asking that
A
myself.
primordial black hole.
You were the one who
inside
wanted to
the
do it.
moon will
I thought there were
actually
people
solve
and
the
things to
problem.
lose here, but there's not. If
No,
everything's been
they've
about...
evacuated.
Okay.
This.
I don't see a problem with rescuing the planet anyway.
You could rescue the planet. There is
Just
no
because
urgent
you
need
give
for
us
it because there's
awesomeness
nobody-
points.
They'll be
Yes.
massively
But now,
evacuating
just
both people
listen
and
to the
large
greatness
chunks
of my plan.
surface.
Go, yeah, go.
The first
Go.
plan was we
I'm
would
ready.
remove the moon and we'll replace it with something else of a similar mass.
Right.
We don't need to do that.
Right.
We just need to inject a small black hole into the moon, which will quickly absorb the mass of the moon, and in the same
Can any of us-
direction.
Can any of us generate a small black hole?
Yeah, I'm sure between us we can do it.
I would put
Probably
a rather.
any two of us on a good day should be able to achieve
That's
that.
true.
How do you make a small black hole?
Bend
I'm
over,
sure we
I'll
can
show
get
you.
the stuff in the TARDIS to whip it together.
Well, come on, we've created pocket dimensions all the time. All we need to do is create a little.
Start with a large hadron collider.
Hang on, let me just say.
Okay.
My character's a
Nothing is
doctor.
produced.
Bend over, I'll show you.
No double entendres.
Sorry.
I won't be able to see my own black
yeah,
hole.
okay,
You do
we'll
realise.
make a.
Oh, I can make it
Any
Or you
possible.
could show it on a
ingenuity
camera or
and,
something.
I can make it
science
possible.
roll.
Who's doing this? Are we all doing this? Is one-
Well, the boffins, the science people. Anybody with science above 3.
That's me!
I've got to have
That
science.
ain't me.
So can I do this with a science?
Oh no, I
I've got
don't
a
have
science
a
of
science
three.
of 2. I have
I
a
have science of 3.
I can
I
talk
can't believe
people
this
into it
one,
if
yeah.
it's
Don't get to
dangerous.
participate in this game.
I can basically not fail my science and ingenuity rolls.
Do it!
It's going to be.
Do it now!
I just did.
Does he actually
Um,
roll a d20? I thought it was 2d6.
It's 2d6.
Oh, sorry.
Oh, you cheat!
Now, if you want, I would suggest, because we're actually in the last
5
episode,
seconds of the game.
He did very well.
23.
Okay, I was actually aiming for 25, but I would suggest, I was about to say, because you're actually, well no, hold on, this will be the ideas generated. In theory, yeah, you could grab chunks of neutronium and keep them in separate little pocket dimensions as you're siphoning them off, and then bring them back, and then simply merge the pocket dimensions, therefore merging them with neutronium to the point where they
Do a little twist to make sure the bayonet cap fits.
pass over the threshold and simply collapse under their own gravitational weight and black holeness. So it's basically making piecemeal bits and adding them together until they go swoosh.
Oh,
Yep.
Musk has fallen down.
All we have to do
Very
is
uncomfortable.
materialise enough mass in the
Yeah,
same
maybe you
point
got.
of
It's
space
just
and
not.
time.
It's not correctly
No.
tight on
Yeah,
that
both of
side.
No.
And then it'll start collecting.
It's a
mass
broken
around
one.
it.
No, it doesn't. It's too far down. And you've got gaps.
Yeah,
up
in
here.
theory,
Got gaps
that's
in it.
The COVID will get in.
Quick, smear your face with this.
Is it just me, or have you and I kind of got a bit more used to this than these guys did?
It's all right, sorry, I'll try and pay attention.
it would seem. So yes, there are at least one way that you can think of off the top of your head to do it. There might be other more exotic
Touching
ways,
it.
such as
With your filthy hand.
engineering a space warp tunnel. What do they call them?
Well,
when
we
they form these Einstein roads and bridges, simply siphoning off.
Hang on, we're not thinking
Trying
about
to
this
say hang on.
sensibly. This is really quite simple. All we need is a primordial black hole. Not
Yeah,
even,
what's all
not
we
even
need?
of a great mass.
Mhm.
All we need to do is
That's all we
materialise.
need.
All we need to do is find one
Mm.
in the
Oh,
vastness
and
of the
move
universe,
it.
and just just grab it in some kind of
What?
Some
I
kind
don't know
of
how materialization and dematerialization works, but if it's in any way based on gravity, that would take an enormous amount
No,
of
no,
energy.
no, it wouldn't take an enormous amount of gravity because a primordial black hole could weigh an infinitesimal amount.
Well, does that mean it's rubbish at pulling together a moon?
Well, once you put it inside another big body of mass, it'll start absorbing it until it collapses in on itself.
Oh, God, you think you might be right, because Einstein.
Yeah.
The biggest problem with that is the rate
Because
which is going
Einstein.
to eat
Because
the moon
Einstein.
and collapse it down to a semi-stable.
Is that
well,
your
that
answer for
usually
everything?
would be for
Well, all we
Because
have
Not
to do is
everything,
calculate
no.
the mass.
Sometimes
instead
it's
of,
because
instead
Darwin-
of using a microgram black hole, we might need a 5
When it's not
kilogram
because
black hole.
Einstein, it's because
So we
Darwin.
just need to do
Oh,
a
yeah,
quick
that
calculation.
covers about 90% of it, yeah.
I had to look up what an Einstein-Rosen bridge was.
Oh, haven't you seen Thor?
No, I haven't.
Oh, okay.
No.
Isn't that the Bifrost?
Yes.
Oh, hang on. Is that the Is that what the Bifrost? The
Yes.
technical explanation of the Bifrost?
That's correct. Yes.
Oh, cool.
Is that the one Taika Waititi wrote, or is that...
No.
No, that was from the
But
first
they
one.
did
So
feature
we-
the Einstein-Rosen bridge in the show, in that being called the Bifrost.
Yeah, okay. So
How
they'll
true
take a
is
bit of
Taika
calculation
Waititi?
to actually get the optimal weight of black hole so that you can actually cause
Urban,
it to collapse
did you
before
say
it
I'm
actually
watching
kind
the
of falls apart
MCU in
and the whole thing
chronological
becomes
order?
kind of moot. But
that like
yes, you can
20
do
Some
that.
of that time.
Um,
I'm listening to him.
You just need to
That
crunch the numbers. That means
I'll show you.
either a big borrowing or illicitly cloning some of Verda's computing processing power, if he's got it, which you presume he would, or going back to the TARDIS and, well, actually having a talk with Rupert.
Having a talk with Rupert?
Yeah.
Rupert might have ideas.
No.
Well, Rupert, at
TV
the very
series.
least, has
Oh,
the raw
TV
computing power that
series.
you'd need.
Someone should talk to
No.
Rupert. Somebody
I
who's
failed.
familiar with Rupert, who has a good
They
relationship.
failed at this point.
Now,
Yep, I
how
have
do you do
failed.
about that? Do you wish to walk
Can't
back,
find
or
it.
do you wish to
Yep,
send a
I'll
little
follow it again.
communication and have
Here we go.
Who are you communicating with?
with Rupert back at the
excellent.
TARDIS?
Oh, Rupert's back at the
These are all
TARDIS.
TV
Yes, remember, he was
series.
just
Yeah,
a
right.
logical
All the Marvel stuff.
creature. He
Huh?
You've got to watch all the Marvel
he
stuff.
was
In
affected
chronological
by the
order.
Oh, okay, by
power
the
drain
retrograde.
until-
Urban, I think you
Was
missed
it your
you.
character or his?
We.
It was his
I don't know
character
what-
who had the bright
The
idea
Marvel stuff.
of
Marvel,
dragging
yep.
Rupert
We are.
into
So we're doing
the
this.
I'm
so-called
doing
zero
it.
room,
Yes.
which is
Why?
basically shielded
Because we
from the
want
rest
to.
of the universe,
Well,
and
I'm not
therefore
big
would not be
Marvel.
affected by the
More
power drain.
Ant-Man and
That's right,
Daredevil.
There are a
Which
couple
is
of
also
people
how you
on
manage to get the
Daredevil.
healing
Only a
tech to
couple.
work on the
All of it is
road.
great.
So we have communication link with Rupert, do we?
We're very busy now.
Well, you would now.
Yes.
Now that the power drain's called off.
Oh, now that the power drain is not
I
draining the
started
power,
watching Deep Space Nine. I
See,
have no time for
You're
this.
not busy.
Urban, I suggest you contact Rupert and
Rupert!
and get Rupert to help us
What are you
with the
doing?
power requirements to what are we going to do? Materialize, move a nascent black hole. Nascent? Primordial.
Why are we doing
black
it
hole?
here, or are we going back to the TARDIS?
Alright, you're staring at me.
Well,
Maybe we
the thing
should go
is,
back
it
to
might
the
be-
TARDIS.
You're under a bit of a deadline. It
Yes.
might be better if you ask Rupert to move the
Oh,
TARDIS
let's get
here
out.
rather than actually
Let's
take
do
the
that.
time to head back.
Rupert can fly the TARDIS.
Can now.
Rupert is freaking awesome. Yes, he can fly the TARDIS.
All right, Rupert. bring the
Okay, he
TARDIS.
may
He can do
actually
anything
have
the
to
plot
ask
requires us to.
one or two of the potato people to help him with the controls because, you know, it's a big
Okay,
control.
bring the TARDIS here, Rupert.
Well, when the
I just-
potato is activated, they all
Just to
get
say
integrated
again,
into their.
I don't think
into
we should
their
do this.
organic computer.
I don't think there's any
matrix.
point to it.
There is awesomeness.
Fair enough.
Let's just do it. We've talked about it long enough. Let's do it.
Let's let them do it.
You're fleeing your planet. Somebody saves it for you. Aren't
Let's
you
just
going
do
to
it.
be
Let's
happy
just get it
about
over
that?
with.
Why are we still even talking about it?
But
Let's
this
just do
is,
it.
this is after you've
Just
packed
do
the
it.
moving truck, moved everything.
It doesn't
And
matter.
you said,
Yeah,
no,
okay.
you can
I
just
have
go
no
back to
objection
the
Rupert can
now.
help
You're
these guys
in
figure out
the
what they want to do.
exodus of
We're going to do it.
No, we're not going to do
the
it.
refugees.
We're not going to do it.
No, we're not.
Why?
I don't know. I have no idea why we're not going to do it.
Ignore Peter.
All right, come on. Let's just get
He
this
was
organised and do it.
actually asking a relevant question.
Well, we got to
He's
hang
just
on.
being obstructive.
Okay, come on. Let's get
yeah.
get this done.
Just, who has got the best, let's see, mathematical skill?
It ain't me.
That'd be me. Yeah.
Okay, do it, Ray.
Which skill?
Well, actually, no, hold up a second.
Maths.
If Rupert's
It's one of
going-
those skills that
if
doesn't
you-
exist.
Now, just a moment. You'll need to get the parameters of how much the moon weighs plus its orbital vectors. You should be able to
We
do that
don't
reasonably
need-
easy.
You're right.
You
just
don't
do it.
even need its orbital vectors.
Just go with it.
Just if he says you do, you do it. Just do it.
Okay.
Just do it.
No,
So-
I like to argue about it.
Don't, please don't.
Okay.
But I like
Do some
not
scans
turning
to
for
actually
nonsense
grab the
with
pertinent
this.
information of whatever it is.
You've read my mind.
Anything above 10 should be fine.
He got more than 10. He got
Yeah,
way more than
I
10.
got 22.
Okay, oh, that's easy then. Okay, yeah.
20.
You grab the relevant information. Rupert crunches the numbers. Yeah, there's a specific size of black hole.
20.
Let's go 6.5 kilos. I have no idea whether that's
Don't worry about it.
good. He's basically calculated the optimum weight for actually getting it to the moon,
Yep.
collapsing it in a reasonable period of time before it's going to self-destruct in the next 30 hours. So it's kind of a very careful balancing act between those two factors. Then you simply need to go off and find such a black hole. Presumably there... I was thinking
must
towards
be.
the centre of the galaxy, but from all the ones, where would they be?
Randomly around, but I imagine we have a database of them somewhere in the target.
We search the database, Axon,
Okay,
to
search
find
the
one.
database.
I think
Somebody
that
make the roll for
requires a
searching
knowledge
databases.
skill. I have
You-
4
you-
in
Good, do it.
knowledge.
Yeah,
I have
four.
4 in knowledge. Let me use my brain.
Yay, do the roll.
Oh my god!
Oh, you creamed it.
Do I use ingenuity as well?
Yeah, ingenuity plus knowledge will do fine.
It's 10, it's 22, 20, 21.
Okay, yeah. That's good.
21.
Good job. Well done.
Yeah, you managed to track down one which is reasonably close.
Okay.
Well, I suppose it's close.
Now, how do we bring it?
We just go and grab it in a
I shouldn't even
tractor
pretend
beam
to
and
do
then
that.
Okay.
put it in
Why
a
do it
status field
accidentally?
and put it in the
Right.
TARDIS.
Who's going to do that?
Who's a good TARDIS pilot?
Rupert.
Anybody else?
What does
Isn't
it-
Peter good at
What does
target? Is piloting
I don't know.
TARDIS?
What does it require again?
TARDISing?
It would be.
Requires ingenuity and technology.
I've
No,
got an
no.
ingenuity of 5.
Isn't it? Don't you have a specific skill in it? Isn't it?
That was.
No, fly TARDIS is ingenuity and
Well, I've
technology.
got
I wrote
7.
it down.
All
I've
right,
got 7
ingenuity and
altogether.
technology.
Okay, well, I must make the roll for that.
Okay, you say.
Thank you.
I haven't got any tech, but my ingenuity is 6.
Oh my god! You piled everything into medicine. Made sense.
Mate, at being a
13.
doctor, why
Yep,
wouldn't
that's
I?
fine.
That's all I've studied all my life.
So,
Being hot and being a doctor.
locating and
That's where all
then
my stats
very
are, man.
carefully extending a force field around.
Can't go
this
wrong.
black
Hot doctors.
hole.
Oh, especially in
You
a time like
carefully
this.
then
Need to be in
drag
a
it back.
soap opera.
I do. I am.
You match, and I think we will probably need to have at least some sort of vector matching for the.
There's going to be movies
Um,
about coronavirus.
Really boring
They're
ones.
going to be boring, aren't
There'll be people in lockdown doing jack shit.
they? Sorry.
It's called Big Brother.
yeah,
We already
yeah.
have it.
Basically, drop the black hole, a
Mm-hmm.
location which you think.
Do we have to drill a hole in the moon?
Don't. No.
No,
No.
I was
no.
thinking you were going to say the black hole.
How are we going to get them into the middle of the moon?
We
You
don't
just
need to get in the middle. We
materialise-
just drop it
You
on
just
the
launch it at
surface.
it.
Oh,
Yeah,
It's
and
like,
this was I was thinking it would be all dramatic. It's like you just don't just peer in and drop it in. You just kind of, as the moon cruises along, you come along and shoot it into it, kind of like a
What?
slingshot.
And then it drills itself into the middle of the moon.
Collapse
Gravity
into
takes
it.
over and just does its thing.
Okay.
Yeah.
Ba,
It basically
ba,
it'd fall in and kind of eat any
Eat the
matter
moon.
along the way. Yeah. The reasonable supposition is that
It would exponentially grab.
Mhm.
Like it
Yeah.
would be quite slow to begin with, but that's why we need the right mass.
Yes.
Is it going to work in the time frame available?
Yes, because we calculated
Yeah,
it
you
already.
calculated
You
that.
calculated
That's what I was
that.
talking about with the careful balance between
Yes.
the right weight to actually grab it
What
quickly and
about
easily
slowing down
and big enough
time
to
as it
actually.
eats it?
No, because it's still not a very big gravitational field.
Okay, so it won't slow down time.
No, well, not,
Going back,
not,
go
not
back,
pre-
going
not-
back to go back to being hot.
Yes, it will. It
Being
will
what?
slow
Hot,
down
okay.
time, but no more than the moon was. The moon's gravitational field was
I
already
am.
slowing down
So
time.
I have to get that close.
Oh god.
That's right. Know my job. This is not my job. My job is doctoring and being high.
That's right. That's right.
Not this
you
black hole
you can't
shit.
make a contribution
I
to
realise
this.
that's completely
I
fribbled my
got
plot.
fly the tunnel.
Oh, the whole plot.
Yes, something was meant to happen, but I got so distracted by your plans
Rescuing.
that,
So
that I
make-
realised that
I deal in
Make the
other
plane
black
not work.
holes.
Okay, so the plan's going to happen, but it's going to only happen right at the last minute because of the timing. So we
If
can
that
go back
helps.
to the main plot.
Anyway, this guy. So he wants to get
Oh,
off
no.
the place.
yeah,
Oh no.
No, we already
Um,
left the place. We're in the TARDIS flying around.
Are we flying around
No,
in
now we've
TARDIS?
flown back to the guy because now we've basically saved the world, but we need to go and see what Bird is on about.
No, you don't. I mean, that would be helpful for actually spinning this out to the point where we get reached 9:30. Otherwise, we're going to be ending really soon within the next half hour. But
Well,
That's right, there's always power grid.
I wouldn't get too fussed about that, but let's just try and progress the plot in the way that naturally works rather than
no,
spin
not
it out.
really. Basically, everything that we've just done now
Yes.
will happen in the future. But as you actually walk off with Verda to actually make communication with Rupert, basically he was going to escort you up to the office. He was going to be very surprised to discover the state that it was in.
Made a mess, you guys.
You made a very big mess, yes. Basically the Wismos attack again. Or more specifically, the Wismos have hacked into the security systems of the factory and they're going to send all the security systems against you. You'll need to fight your way to actually gain control of the factory. So,
Where's Verda gone? I thought he was
no, he's with
defeating
you.
them.
He is with you.
Oh,
Yes,
goody.
Yes. So he says, that sounds like an interesting plan to stabilise the moon and thus save the planet. Let us go. Please follow me. We shall get take you to a communications device and then you can contact your associate. Now, 6, 23 for 5. Peter, make a... Now, I was about to say
Give
perception
him
roll
dice.
again, but you quite rightly
Give
yelled
him
at me
2
last time.
6-sided dice.
It will be awareness
didn't.
plus...
That was him.
Awareness
Timmy and
plus-
Sheffer.
Just do it.
Not even paying attention. What we're doing.
Do it!
So what am I rolling on?
It'll be
plus-
awareness plus what is best for spotting things.
Eyes?
Right.
I'm going to go with eyes. Anyone else?
Subterfuge.
Subterfuge. I
Subterfuge?
agree. No, subterfuge. It makes sense.
Okay. That gives me 5.
Good
11,
roll.
12, 13, 14.
That's no problem. Something moves. You can see something out of the corner of your eye move. It's
I pointed out to everyone.
well, now it's shooting lasers at you.
Definitely pointed out to us.
That's the
Duck!
point, yeah.
Okay, so make a dramatic roll to you.
Are we all ducking?
Oh, not that sort of dramatic? Okay, right.
Did I get a plus because I actually saw it first?
Yes. 4.
Uh-huh.
It's
What am I rolling on?
No.
What are we rolling?
Ray's character, you think this particular security laser is going to be aiming specifically at Ray's character. You can roll to shove him out
Hello?
of the way.
And take the blast yourself. I like that.
If it's only a minimal success, yes. However, if it's a good success, you'll both be happily shoved
Okay,
out of the
I
way.
assume that's athletics plus...
Athletics plus coordination, I think.
Okay, coordination. 4, 5, 6, 7. Yes, 7.
Should have known that.
That's 13, 14, 15.
Okay, that makes it by a good 3, so that's no problem.
Yep.
So Dorian yells, "Look out!" and leaps and shoves Dylan out of
Which
the
one's
way.
Dorian?
That's you.
Oh, that's me.
Don't look at me. I knew it wasn't
Dorian
me.
shoving Nelan out
Thought it
of
might
the
be
way.
Dave's
I
character
appreciate
for a
that
second.
the similarity of the names can make these things different.
I assumed you took him over since he left the table.
No, that's the collector.
Yeah, Dorian, the collector.
No,
No.
the collector is Devon Nesta.
Devon Nestor, the collector.
Again, another person with a very similar name to everybody else. Stop grinning, people. Just because you've made your point doesn't mean you can get to grin in the same way.
Dorian, the collector.
No. No. No, you're not having it.
We're not having a transporter accident where you merge together.
I want a pencil.
I have a
No.
very bad memory. Could you remind me who Rupert is?
He's parrot.
Rupert.
My parrot.
I keep thinking he's Rupert.
No, his parrot is Rupert.
My robotic parrot.
Oh,
So
right.
what are you? You're EO or something.
0.
Zero. That's why I think the app should be Zero and he should be Rupert.
No, it's not true. It never has been.
To answer your
Rupert?
question more
The parrot.
thoroughly,
The robotic
Rupert
parrot.
is his
Australian
childhood
English.
My robot
friend.
was
He's
like a
ro-
childhood teddy bear.
My
Yeah.
robot was
And
a
he's been
childhood
upgraded
teddy bear.
over
But
the
I
years.
fiddled with him enough that he's something
Frankenstein.
Like
parrot.
Grant Imahara's robots.
It scarred me for life.
God. Yes, I suppose so. Anyway,
Now I am dead.
so
No, you're not.
at the
Don't say
you all now. What are you doing in response to the shooting and
We
these
shoot
two
back.
characters?
We shoot back.
Looking for more problems.
Question.
Okay.
Question.
There's no question. We shoot
Previously,
back.
we said there's this field stopping technology from working,
Mhm. Yeah.
which
is
meant I
now
had a
disabled.
giant pistol crossbow.
Yes.
But I've also got my heavy
Okay.
staser,
Mm-hmm.
so I can fire that now.
Oh yeah. Oh shit. Yes.
Yes.
You can do heavy duty damage now.
I can't shoot with a damn. But
Oh,
you
that
know.
means all that stuff's working. Okay.
Yes, all
Oh,
that
yeah.
stuff is working now. So,
Genius.
at what order do we shoot things?
Okay. I'll just set this thing. In response to
Someone's
this
clearly
shot from
run up and asked him
the
about his
security
Yep.
lasers,
Doesn't that happen to you?
Only explanation.
you look around. You'll need to make
People watching us on the live
awareness
stream,
and
phone up and
either
go, "Can I-"
subterfuge
Oh, you do look
or
like you're part of some
technology
apocalypse.
rolls
Terrorise, not
to look
Yeah,
around,
pretty
and you'll
much.
be able to spot where the other security lasers
Well,
are.
I can do
16.
subterfuge.
Welcome to
Mhm.
Stalker.
Yeah.
So I roll for subterfuge. Is that what you're saying?
It's whatever the best attribute plus whatever the best skill is for looking around to spot where the security
Okay,
lasers
well,
are.
that would be subterfuge there. What's,
Mhm.
that matches with awareness. Doesn't
That'll
it?
be with awareness, yes.
So that's 4 and 4. So that's
And you got a 16?
Yes.
Biodata extract.
okay. 5, 6, 7 plus 4,
Mm-hmm.
Just another
11
nothing.
plus 4 is 15. Is that
Okay,
good?
that's no problem. Yep. Okay, so
But I have
I'll
a
just roll for the in piece. That's no problem from Sergeant Illip. Not so good for Mr. Lenners. Okay, so we'll need a. Oh my god.
Yeah, right?
Problem?
Your sister?
No.
Do you want to know about your character sheet?
I needed a piece of paper to write something on.
We had speculation.
Yeah, we thought somebody phoned you up to ask you about your character.
Yeah. Well, I wasn't going to get off the phone and ask you. I was just gonna
Oh, you're on the phone. Sorry, my mistake.
So it was very funny to see you very decisively grab your character.
And yeah, it's like just a minute. I'll just tell you what's going on. So my awareness is 3.
Same as mine.
Okay, so
This is the Doctor Who role playing hotline. You must tell us about your character now. No, it was NBN. They were just checking that I was not a complete retard and that they did need to send a net technician out.
So you're right, you're hooked up?
Okay.
you're saying that's the only reason
But
that
they
they
need to send a
it
technician out.
No.
But the problem is that I think they're using an Indian call center.
Yes.
So first, the connection was the reception was terrible. 2, she had an Indian accent, and 3, she was talking very fast because she's reading off a bloody script.
Did she pretend she was from
and assuming
Australia?
you're an idiot too. So.
And so it's just so hard to keep track of what was
What's
happening.
bad is when the call centre people assume you're an idiot and very quickly you work out that they don't know what they're talking about.
Well, yeah, 'cause they're just reading off a script.
I have to admit, in fairness, when we had
And I broke another one of these. I'm a master at breaking them.
we had it.
Gets expensive for
You've
you.
broken 2 tonight.
I've broken 2. because I was madly trying to get this off to answer the bloody phone.
Yoink.
Tore it off
Do
my
you want
face.
another one?
No, it's all right.
I've never seen one of them break until tonight.
No, this is what I agree.
You're so manly, Dave. That's why. Oh, my big head! I've just ripped it off.
Huge
Around.
fists crushing those
He
masks
makes
like
a
some
hit.
fist
That's
crushing
not
thing.
The Hulk's purple
You
face mask
hit.
stays in.
You rolled over 12, that's my point.
That was
Yeah,
That was the spot, sorry, yes.
the
Spot,
re-
yeah,
So
the
you're
reusable mask
shooting
that
it
I
with
have,
the
which is
marksman
far less
shit.
flimsy.
Probably
Water anyway for my tablets.
coordination.
Probably coordination.
Yeah, right. So
Well, the other thing
Okay,
that's
so-
happening is you guys were making a lot of noise. And if I
Nine,
walked out
10,
there,
what
then the
tea?
television was
12, 13,
playing.
Yes,
so
please.
I couldn't hear.
I would love
Do you
some
want to
tea.
have caffeinated coffee?
I would love some caffeinated coffee, please.
Tea, hands up, please. Hands up, tea. You can't have 2 cups. Hands up. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oven. No.
It would require
4
him removing
teas,
his
1,
mask.
5 teas, 1 coffee.
5 teas, 1 coffee.
We could pour it in your ear.
Speaking of
Like Hamlet.
speaking of moving, I had to move your
My wife.
plastic container that you had cupcakes in that you still haven't taken from.
Oh,
me.
you
And your
barbarian.
Dalek mug, I had to move that for you as well. And I had to move your Nescafe 43.
What
That
did
would
you
have
do
taken so
before?
much effort.
Such a burden.
You didn't throw out the cupcake
The
container.
bottle is
did you?
that
No, I
big,
did
so-
not.
He's enshrined it. in
I've
bronze.
moved it.
So where are you moving to? Where have you moved to?
Epping. 110 Minson Road, Epping.
It's really cool.
No, oh, yeah, I know that.
We've seen it already.
Unit 4.
No, I've just looked it up on
I
Google
gotta
Earth.
say that the realestate.com or domain.com thing of it
I might take it
is not
tomorrow.
quite what it looks like.
No, they always
It's-
look larger
it's-
than they actually are.
Well, but also I think it was like when the place was first developed,
it was nice.
they furnished it and took photos, and that's what they used on the
Well, I assume the
listing.
furniture wasn't there.
So it's a bit older and more worn
Yeah.
down than the photos would suggest. But I have, of course, I did physically inspect
Do you
it
want to
before
assume you want lots
signed
of
the
milk and
lease.
lots of sugar?
2 sugars, milk, please. Yes, that would be great.
Having said that, I get in there and there's this crack in the ceiling, and I went, I don't remember that being there.
I should look up. Yeah. What's the address?
So it's 4/110. 110.
You do one of those 5, except for that.
Midson, MIDSON. You just keep that in your front pocket for the past week.
Forever.
In case the police arrest him.
Midson Street.
I'll
Midson
say
Road,
I buried all the bodies
Midson-
there.
Midson Road,
Epping.
Epping.
There
Go
we
to
go.
4/110 Midson
That's what we should
Road,
know.
Epping.
Vincent's, Epping's postcode.
2121 is Epping's postcode. Just in case that's relevant.
Sorry.
Or vitally important.
Oh, right, okay.
Just the
There.
Yeah. So
Here's the halfback.
So it's about a 10-minute walk to the railway station. It's like really easy walk. Quite pleasant too because it's through Baronia Park, and especially in the morning there's hardly any bugger there, so it's quite pleasant.
that's good.
like partner is,
And then
and will be for the rest of his life.
They,
and it's just one stop on the metro up to Macquarie Uni, so that's easy too. And when I finally start working in Parramatta, the bus to Parramatta just goes right past my place. So I just have to catch it, just to get out of bed and catch it.
Got a chance.
Not hard at all.
Oh, really?
And it's about half an hour from there to Parramatta.
And you're just down the road from Anytime Fitness.
I am across the road from Anytime Fitness, and there's a little cafe just round the corner.
Which is more important than Anytime Fitness, is that what you're saying?
Yes.
But there is a Seventh-day Adventist church just across from you.
Oh, there's better than that. There's Epping Gospel Chapel just down the road.
There you go.
That was a place where I spent a lot of happy days in my life.
Don't see that one. Northside Chinese Alliance Church of Epping.
Yeah, well, they're banned from being happy.
They're banned.
But,
Gosh.
So are we having some kind of combat? Is that what's happening?
Yes, we are having combat.
So I got 9.
Oh, the Cornish Association of New South Wales.
Oh my god, I might join
Yes,
them.
Yes.
I might be Cornish.
Did you hit? Was it 12?
Let's see. That was 9,
I had a
10, 14.
14.
I
Okay.
had a soda stream, no sugar Coke. the other
Now
day,
let
and
me
I
just
was
check. Sorry.
extremely sick.
And I got a heavy
I
state.
keep forgetting. Sorry, this uses a result.
Yeah,
So
it was just
the result to hit was a 10.
It'd been better.
Sorry, that's a
I
difficulty
didn't even
number.
notice
That's
that.
the armor rate plating.
Where's
thing,
that?
what's it-
It was
what's
too
it-
sweet.
Forgetting the name. Was 10, you made it by 3. So that was a yes. So on a laser, that's a lethal result. That's taken out straight away.
I just wiped out a buzzbot.
Now we'll get on to.
And there's pet grooming just around the corner as well.
Yeah, but you don't have any pets.
But I could get myself groomed.
Okay.
I've got COVID hair and COVID beard. I think I might need to go to a pet groomers. I think it's got beyond the barbers.
Now.
It's time for the pet groom.
While
I'd
we're
like
just waiting
to-
for the
Apparently,
tea
say
to
that
be
my wife
made.
is COVID free at the moment, by the way.
Oh, was she tested?
She was tested this morning. Or
That's
yesterday.
Oh, that was pretty quick
So you
turnaround.
had that card.
Teachers.
You had that card, but afterwards I thought that one might be more relevant. Just have a look at those last two and see which one you watch. Now, while he is reading that, are you going to be trying to?
I will fend off the bots.
Well, at this point, the bots haven't turned up yet. This is at this point. This is only the security lasers.
Oh, security lasers. I will try and take out a security laser.
I really like this.
I assume I can do that with my phaser.
Yes. Now, what is roll to hit? You will want
Coordination.
coordination plus marksman.
Plus marksman, exactly. That is 8 plus 4 is 12.
Okay, that makes it.
12 of your earth points.
Could you check that has sugar by drinking some of it?
Destroy. It's lethal.
If it doesn't,
That
I'll
makes
give
it
you
only
some.
2, so you take out
I think
2
it
points
does.
of damage on that one.
Oh, hey.
Okay.
It feels like it's really,
what is
really hot,
Zaya
like
doing?
it's going to burn my tongue. I'm afraid I'm going to let that cool
Oh,
down.
thank you.
Sorry, I haven't gotten to you. I'm going around.
No,
the
it's-
table.
I hate burning the inside of my mouth. It's horrible. I don't want to burn the inside of my mouth.
Yeah, my daughters refer to me as asbestos now.
I know, you're amazing. Well, I'm not sure amazing is the right word. Horrifying.
Too
maybe.
many teas. I think I've made one too many.
You could never make too many teas.
Oh, thank you.
The first night in my new place,
Yes.
I made
Yes,
tea by
we need-
boiling water in a
no,
saucepan.
no.
Why, you didn't have your kettle?
And then I had no milk. I just had a tea bag and some sugar, and that was it.
Sergeant Elips.
And that was good enough. By the second night, I had milk.
Where's your kettle?
I threw it in the bin
Why?
because it had been sorely abused and was falling apart.
Oh.
I bought a new one.
Okay.
It's made out of sturdy metal,
Metal.
and will hopefully survive longer,
Okay.
if not abused.
What?
Plus 1.
Why would you abuse your kettle, you freak?
I don't abuse my kettle.
Oh, I don't need to know.
Okay, Dave, what is
Yes.
Zaya doing?
That's a good question.
I think it's got sugar in it. Right.
You wanted that.
Sorry,
Yes.
I was over making tea. So where are we?
The security lasers have just started shooting stimulator beams.
Yes.
Stimulator.
And you have all
Jesus.
kind of ducked
Oh, do I
after
touching
the
your feet?
prudent warning from
I'm used to
Dorian
you
Mania,
playing
who
footsies.
spotted that this was starting to happen.
I have a handgun and a katana. Probably the katana would not be a wise move at this point.
We can we shoot these things out?
Reflective.
Well, the fucking Slurpee twins are back.
Oh, yeah, could be sufficiently
hot.
effective.
No,
That's
I
why
don't
you
think
play
I
it
want to.
cool.
I don't think I want to try that.
heck? What is this thing you're showing me?
I will.
Well, this is the final episode.
Yes.
Is it
And
human?
I should have actually probably mentioned it.
Yes.
It occurred to me on the train up. You can,
I
for
heard she was
awesomeness,
a cheat
spend
and a
lots
nasty
of
person.
story
From
points
who?
for Reno
Sorry, who's
point
that?
rerolls.
From a man.
So if you want to do something awesome,
and
simply burn Wiener
Carmel
points,
Harris.
simply to reflect stunulator beams off your katana.
Your new
yeah,
vice
that might be a good
I'll
idea.
vote for her.
Oh, okay.
I'll vote for
So
somebody
this one
who
is
can
the
do
one
that.
we're going to go with.
That is the one.
Okay.
I think she's grooving down quite well for someone sitting in their
And I
chair.
have recurred to me, I
Whose
did
chair
not
is she
actually
sitting in?
bring up one of the
Trump.
character
She
sheets.
I assume
steals
hers chair?
chairs.
Her
No,
chair?
she steals chairs.
So
She's
your
not to be
suggestion.
trusted. And
So
can
are
do
these
that,
things
it's-
are these things metal or are these things squishy?
These are metallic.
Well,
These are
the,
sick.
the
They're
katana
sentry
won't be any
guns,
good.
basically.
I'll-
Can't we just
I'll shoot them with my
out?
handgun.
Yes.
Okay.
I think a katana
make
might
it-
work, but anyway.
Yeah, go.
Make
Yeah,
a
for half a
coordination and
second till it
marksman roll.
moves a fraction and severs your leg.
Coordination. Three.
I heard you
Marksman
were
at
two
4.
Japanese officers
4.
used to chop the barrels of
8.
machine guns with their
8.
super swords.
Is that when you were the
Nope, that misses
Algebard
by
Brigade?
Do I only get one shot?
They leapt off
How
their
many
tanks.
shots are there for the gun?
I have got no stats for the
There's so
gun.
many people think
Okay.
think that
I doubt if I've got a stat for the gun either, but let me just
swords work like clubs.
Oh my god, what's happening?
What did you just
What have
start?
what have I provoked?
What have you said?
What would the in real life what would the gun normally
bullets
be?
or miss them
So
because they're too
how
awesome
long?
to be hit.
How many
'cause they've got a
shots could I get off
gun.
in what?
In one round. One.
How many seconds?
And there's some guy behind you
That's a
with a
very good
gong.
question. I cannot remember.
Peter,
Let's go say 10 seconds.
has anyone
10
ever told
seconds?
you you're nuts?
I could probably get 3 shots off.
Okay.
Sure.
Make 2 more shots.
I started carrying on like a war injury and
oh,
Peter
let's
just
see,
ramped it
what
up to
did I say?
11, possibly
So
12.
3, 4,
Well,
so
it's the
9.
only place I could go with this.
Okay. So, no, that's misses by 1. One final one.
Oh. No.
Oh, snake eyes!
Does my gun jam if I roll a double 1?
I would have it explode myself.
Yeah, you would.
You would.
That's not going to hit
I
it.
honestly can't remember. The only thing I know for sure is that the
That's a
you
one.
don't get to spend Wiener points for roll again. So,
Oh, okay. No, it's alright. 3 shots I've missed.
okay, fair enough.
I should shoot too.
That's a nice mug. you
Ray,
got.
what
It
is
is, it's very
Melon
nice.
doing?
It's very indigenous.
Mash it into your face. Here, have a look.
Feel it with
What
your
is
jugular.
Melon?
Well, I'm lying on the ground after being knocked over.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm going to exhibit some valor by exercising discretion and finding a desk to hide under.
Okay. Well, you're down on the factory floor, so there's various totally deactivated machines of various
That is a good
Kirby
idea. Taking cover.
taking cover. Yes.
I've been too busy standing
So
in
do
the
I
open
need to
hallway.
roll?
going,
Yeah.
Like
How
a
about
big-
this technically do? But as long as you don't roll
With a
something like
katana.
double 1, you should be able to scramble.
Roll double 1. Oh, you didn't.
8 natural.
Okay, no
I know, it's a
Actually,
whole
I'm
thing.
quite coordinated. So
Don't forget to stop for
As
a
you
teaser.
scramble into position, you take cover, but you notice that
Entire
there are a number of
Japanese
little
no player
cleaning
accompanying
bots
me.
like Roombas, and they are advancing on you.
No!
That looks suspicious under these conditions.
And make one of those little gardens
Peter,
out of stones.
beware the cleaning bots.
Yes.
With their cleaning
How many of
juice.
these things are shooting at us?
I'm going to assume, well, it's a quite large area, like I said, but you're in one area.
So is
Down
there actually a
here.
point of engaging these things, or should you just run away as quickly as possible? Is there nowhere to run to?
Well, you're down here. As you run, you'll be running a gauntlet.
Let's just
there'll
try and
probably
take
be
them out.
others.
Okay, I'll just shoot the nearest. How many shots do I get? 3?
3.
Okay, that's
I
coordinated.
only, I only
plus
got
marksman,
one.
so I've got
Why do you
6.
get 3?
Because you're a lame.
No, I probably should have thought.
That's
How many
12.
shots would the laser you have normally have?
I
Sorry,
have absolutely no
No
idea. I just assumed I had one.
That's
I have a
13.
staser. I just have a staser. Maybe that's just... Yeah, maybe I just...
How about the
And
simplicity?
14.
Okay,
2 13s, no, 12, 13, and... Oh, 14. 12, 13, and 14.
that's quite good. Yeah.
What are you doing?
Well, he got 3 shots, so I took 3
What
shots.
are you doing with the 12, 13, 14?
With
What's
my
that about?
staser.
What's that about? What are you doing?
If he's
So-
got a staser and he can take 3 shots, I can take 3 shots with the staser.
That's not what
No,
I'm
no, no, he
questioning.
was doing the
That's
handgun.
not what I'm questioning.
What are you questioning?
How are you achieving a sequence like that?
I don't know. I just rolled it, and each one was one higher than the other. Oh, hang on.
He rolls these cubey things with dots on them.
An arithmetic sequence. No,
But that's not 15. Come on now.
Plus my bloody skills.
Yeah, is it more than 3?
had a
yes.
in my
I've got 4 for coordination.
I had 2 of the students.
Yeah, so that's going to add up to more than 15. So
And
you've,
3
each
for
other.
fighting.
you've
All right.
broken your sequence.
And I had the idea going they'd
But I-
phase each other and dodge, and whoever got to three hits first would win.
How about I just roll 17?
After
every
about
time?
15 shots each, I called it on 2.
You have to roll
on playing
15 the
it
next
too.
time you roll.
It was so painful to watch, but it was
Because I have to do it like... Oh, yeah, of course. But no, it'd be 16.
They're getting all sorts of helpful comments from
Didn't
the
you
others
get
saying,
12, 13, 14?
you do realise you've got to turn off the
Before?
safety catch,
You did.
right?
You got 12, 13, 14.
And the
Damn.
trigger
Oh,
is
hang
the
on.
button on the
I
top.
get 18, and then when you question it, then I roll a 13.
What are you trying to do to me?
Stop your questioning.
Oh, God.
Okay, well, at least one of those is over by 4, so it's the least, and it's taken it out automatically without even having that. Points. Urban book.
Shootification.
What are you doing?
Nothing. I don't have a gun.
Oh, okay, taking cover. Could you also notice the Roomba cleaning box?
Sorry, I have-
Can I grab one?
Yes.
Yeah, why not?
And
It bites you?
Does it bite you? Yeah. Cleans.
Cleans
do?
It's trying to move, but I thought
Yeah.
you picked it off the ground, so it doesn't actually have any traction at the moment. It's just kind of sitting there whirring.
Closest shade.
So it doesn't electrocute me or
Why
do
has he got
anything?
No,
tissue
no, not
coming
the.
outside?
I don't think so. Let me check.
I think it prevents his glasses from...
Ah.
Let me check.
So it's not really of any danger whatsoever.
Make a awareness.
Can I
roll.
throw it at a laser?
Oh yeah, you could do that. Yeah. Now hold on, before you
How
go
big are
any
these
further.
things?
Like a frisbee?
Question it.
Yeah.
It's
Just to have a thought.
Like it's like a
Ingenuity
Roomba.
Plus, say,
Maybe it's a Dyson sphere.
I
subterfuge.
think I might get a Roomba.
What am I doing with
I think I
something?
might be that lazy.
I don't
Just
know.
make a roll for awareness. For ingenuity plus
A
subterfuge.
Roomba is a little robot
To have an
vacuum
idea.
cleaner that just zooms around and vacuums
Get
your
the
house.
Danos
Awareness?
Direct one, because
Yeah.
it has a flashing
But in this
light.
range,
lets
you
you know it's
Where when it
working.
rises up against its.
Oh crap! Your ingenuity is high.
15.
Cool thing about the Danos ones, they clean your room without moving.
It could be a trip hazard.
Because one thing
I
you
mean,
discover
if
when you
everybody's
move, if you
busy
pull all the
shooting at
furniture
these
out, you
lasers,
go,
they're
Jesus
looking
Christ,
at
it's
things
filthy
like
up
the
here.
windows
I'll throw it
coming
at
around.
the laser.
So much just, those
Okay,
airlines
so in that
are
case,
clean.
that
It
would
was
be
just like,
a
oh
very
my God,
funky
this is
use of the
disgusting.
marksman skills. So coordination plus marksman.
It's going to cost me quite a bit to clean. I'm paying cleaners to clean the
You
place.
don't want me to come over and clean it with a broken vacuum cleaner?
No,
But that was
We're
the
the-
highlight of my life.
those days are
13.
well and truly behind.
Oh,
I
us.
miss that. It was fun.
I'm never cleaning.
Not
a bloody
quite as
apartment
easy
again.
as shooting because it's
Fair enough.
aerodynamic. So it hits, but it
Please
doesn't do
tell
actually any
this.
damage.
Yes,
Oh.
exactly.
Oh, actually, let's put a 1 point of damage.
You will never clean your apartment again.
Oh, the room is definitely
No,
scrubbed.
I shouldn't have said it that way.
It's like
a-
Gone with the Wind.
no,
Okay,
cleaning,
so lasers.
like, you know,
so that's
ending a lease and then doing that
Oh.
laborious
so
all-day
those two are-
clean
I
thing
thought
that
you
you
were
have to
going to
do.
live there for a month and then get a new place.
Yeah, just leave the plate, leave all the mess behind.
With the remaining lasers, there's
Can't. Well, I've signed a lease with
Oh.
which I think it's 12 months. So, if I break the lease, it costs me more money. So I'm not doing that in a hurry.
okay. So that one.
I've
Oh
got
my
I've got
goodness,
full time
okay, so
work for
I'll-
12 months, so it seemed like a
Who's
good idea.
hitting? 2 is shooting at you. So that has gone
Bloopies!
10 with a shooties
Of pain.
Bloopy, bloopy,
He's up
baby,
10.
bloopy now.
That's okay. Dave, you've been shot at by one of the remaining, admittedly damaged lasers. It has gotten a 20. You'll need to make a dodge with basically coordination plus athletics. Or if you've got a more appropriate skill with higher numbers that you think you can afford to use.
No. I think
Do you
I
have
think you've got
dodge?
it. I think you've got it. There is no dodge.
Exactly.
10.
10. Nope, they've beaten you by...
I've been named.
You have been in quite seriously.
Oh dear.
Oh,
Oh,
no.
what if I spend a winner point?
You might
Okay,
get
yes,
a
spend a winning
10.
point, by all means. Sorry, I forgot about it. And what about that personal force field of yours?
Oh shit, a brick!
And that laser rifle.
I have a personal force field. Surely that helps
And
me.
a laser
Does
rifle.
it... And let me guess, it doesn't actually have any...
I've just written personal force field. I don't know what it actually does. I assume it protects me from
Everything.
force.
Honestly, I have no idea.
What if One Punch Man attacks you?
This is a Flammenwerfer. It werfs Flammen. I mean, you know. This is a force field. It
Okay.
fields force.
Gives me, I don't know.
Words mean what you think they mean.
Let's make up something on the spot. Okay,
Gives me
vote.
extra
Do we want a
protection.
+5 or a +10 on this thing?
Oh, Jesus.
Well, you know, the answer will always be more.
Probably +5.
I think
That's still a
plus
hefty
5.
whack.
Doesn't
Yeah.
+10 make him freaking invincible?
That gives me 15.
hmm Okay, that means they've hit by 5, which is merely a good. You hit by the stunnator bolt. You feel the a vast numbness in your arm. Now, roll odds for your off arm or evens for your good arm.
What if I spend a winner point and avoid all this altogether?
Yep, that's cool. Yep. Okay.
Because they're temporary. You know, they get revived. I
Yeah.
get my winner points back, don't
Yes, you'll be getting your winner points back at the end of this.
Winer points.
Winner
I?
points.
Or minor
Okay,
points.
second one,
Why not?
24. Nelan, something is going to shoot at you. You, however, have got cover. You're actually under a desk. That's +4, if I remember correctly. So let's just roll see if it hits. And it rolls damn good again. 19 minus 4
Shut up.
for the cover is down to 15. Roll a dodge, which would be your coordination plus athletics to actually scramble further underneath the desk that you're hiding under. You need to
Oh, that's right. The other one was pink. Never mind, mate.
roll 15 or better.
I thought it was a special pencil that I've
Okay.
seen before.
Oh, right.
That would be 5. You're going to be numbed. Or do you want to spend a winner point for that?
Yeah.
Okay. Fourth one. That's Peter. Shooties. No, that's a bad, crappy roll for the stimulator. That's not going to hit at all. And final one. That would have been Nelan again, however. Okay. Urban, you got another one shooting at you. Do you have any personal force spills or anything funky
Nope,
like that?
no.
Okay. It's got 8. Okay, so, sorry, I can't remember. Were you taking cover or were you... No, you weren't, sorry.
I know, I was taking cover and then advanced on by the things and then through one.
That's right, yes.
So are these cleaning bots attacking us? What's happening?
No, they're
No.
just being a nuisance.
They're just being a nuisance, but as Urban has figured out, they could be a trip hazard.
So,
Okay, so
do I have to dodge?
make a dodge. It's going to be yeah, sure. So it'll be coordination
Stun you later.
and athletics.
12.
Yep. Okay, so that was 18. It's a difference of 6. You have got that is good. So you have been hit in the. Let's go.
Being hit in the what?
I'm just going to roll
Let's go.
randomly.
Mm.
A roll
Oh, that's
of
a pain
3,
place
so
to
that
get.
would be, say, left leg. You have got numb there. You cannot. That'll be a say a -2 to your.
Is it a nice tingly
movement.
numb?
Tingly numb. It's like, you know, when you've been sitting funny and then you try and stand up and you fall
Okay.
over.
Oh, tingly numb.
You can't feel your legs.
You can't
Yeah,
feel
when
it.
you-
It's-
when you're
it's-
drunk.
It's like
Oh, no, you weren't
hitting a
talking
funny
about
bone, but not quite as painful.
When
You
you're drunk,
definitely
like every night.
Okay.
In your lounge room.
And the,
Yay.
Because where else are you going to be?
okay.
You got a nanny cam in my
Meanwhile,
place
as
or
he's
something,
trying to do something, he frowns and says, "I seem to be locked out of the computer systems. Hold them while I try and fix this."
Oh, great.
Tingly numb.
Tingly numb.
Okay.
Tingly You are tingly
5.
numb.
Peter, make a perception roll. So that will be awareness plus.
3 plus.
Let's make it subterfuge.
Is there some way we can shut off these lasers?
He can, but we have to give him time to do
That's 10, I'm
Who can?
afraid.
He can.
I only rolled
That's
Oh,
good.
The evil wizard.
The wizard man.
Amongst all of the lasers coming down from above and the Roomba cleaning bots coming in from underneath, you notice coming from this end some large clunky cylinders with tentacles on them. They look like security bots.
Oh, God.
You find yourself urgently hoping, not verdantly,
We turn green. That's appropriate as well.
that Verda actually hurries up and gets the control of the security
I think
system
I
and
would
shuts these
decide
nonsense
what my
down,
character's
because otherwise
for.
you're going to be overwhelmed.
And this is going to turn into a yes.
I declare
yeah,
you
another
to be
session.
verdantly hoping of them.
Okay, so round 2, running around the.
I'm running for cover.
the,
That's what I'm doing.
Okay, Mr. Lenez definitely.
Although I might
hits
shoot
with
something
his
while I
shooting.
run.
Small wafer.
Oh, yeah, he has no problem disabling one of the security bots. No problem. What are you shooting at? Or are you running? Or
I'm shooting. I've discovered myself to be. This is the
I've
first time I've
discovered
actually found
myself.
myself in a firefight using a stacer,
Is it? Oh, okay.
and I've just suddenly realised
You're a combat
this
wombat.
is damn fun.
Okay.
So I'm actually suddenly realising, despite myself, I'm actually enjoying myself here, and so I'm going for the biggest bad guy I can find.
You've called a big
Okay,
one.
at this
Again,
point
it
in
is
time, it will be one of the
legend.
security bots, 4 security bots coming from this end. There's still a good 250 metres
Social
away.
distance.
I have no idea if it stays as that or not.
I have no idea either.
Sure it does.
That
Just get back to
says-
it.
Just go outside.
Just get back to it.
Physical distance.
outside.
You are.
Then you
Why,
can-
what's the
I have
problem?
no idea. I apologise.
What are you
I
trying
should
to
be
do?
More organised. Let us assume, just for the sake of argument, because this is
Okay,
a big
can I-
climactic battle at the final session. Yes, it can.
Can I just point out,
Yeah.
if a
M16
303 rifle from World War One can do a kilometre,
Yeah.
surely to goodness a stacer can manage it.
Excellent argument.
Okay.
Okay, go. So roll. So now the security bots have got difficulty number
No,
of
it's more about
14.
Oh dear, that's not good. Diving in.
Theoretically, you'd have to
Okay, that's
hold it
7,
like that, and that would work.
8, 12.
Because technically,
Well,
it's
okay,
a
that
beam
misses
that
by
goes.
3 and
Can I spend a win
No,
point?
Yes, you
it does
can.
not do
Then
that.
I'm going to
Mm-hmm.
take it to 11
Doesn't
and
it fire a little heat-seeking
do I
missile?
roll another die or do I?
I don't think it
yes,
can
you
shoot
roll
a
another
kilometre.
2 dice, I think.
Get 2.
I mean, if you have
Oh,
telescopic
okay.
Spend another winner point?
No, you can't spend another
On a
winner
pistol.
But that should take.
That should take it up,
What,
isn't it?
was
What
your
about a
original
Mauser?
roll?
12,
Like a
and you say-
rifle
Yes, that
attachment.
too.
Okay, good. Okay.
It does a little
pistol
bit of damage,
and a
not much. It
drum
doesn't take
magazine.
it out automatically, but okay. So round. Oops, sorry.
Certainly help with
round
aiming,
2
surely.
security bot.
That would have been
Okay.
Barrel.
Now,
Of course, the length of the barrel has a lot to do with this as well.
Oh, if you have the long
not
cavalry
an
attachment,
Sorry,
the
it is
long
a bit-
barrel.
Okay.
1970 model.
Dave,
long
what is your
barrel
character
Mauser.
doing?
I
What
will
is your
now
character
talk
doing?
about marsupials. Sorry?
What are you doing?
What am I
there?
doing? I am running for cover.
Good job.
Could
Dave.
I squeeze off a shot while I'm running for cover at some kind of penalty or something?
Yeah, sure. -2 penalty, no problem.
All right. Pow!
Pating!
I think I'm shooting a security bot, by the way.
Mm-hmm.
just in case that's easier. 7 plus 3 is 10 plus marksmanship is 11 minus 2 is 9.
Okay, no, that misses.
Miss.
Okay, hold on a second.
Close
Dave, is that is an even. Okay, Dave. What is your character doing?
I better get to. Is there some cover near where I am?
There is cover all over the place. You're on a factory floor. There are all sorts of weird machines
Hide behind
turned off at the moment.
Yep.
But
I will hide.
paranoia suggests that if they've got control of the security systems, they might turn on the machines at any time.
They could.
But I mean, as long as you stay away from any grappling bits or mincing bits.
I will hide behind a machine.
the one that
And
has no
do I have to move
bits.
far to get to one? And
No,
then
not particularly.
can I get 1, 2 shots off? What can I
Yeah,
get
sure.
off? Okay, good. So 4. Probably be better. This is going to be better. 4,
That's a
10.
good roll.
12.
That's an okay.
Okay. Now, just before we do anything with that, I just want to see.
Whether you die straight away.
No. Whether the
Die.
because I rolled an odd number, so we've got the Roomba bots coming up to try and trip you.
Okay.
So they roll an 8. They are slow moving and cumbersome, so they're
I think he means cleaning bots. Huh?
cleaning bots. Yeah.
Do they trip me over? Do I fall?
I don't know. You'll have to ask him
As
that.
long as I don't land on my face, I'll be fine.
Not my face.
13.
Not my
Okay,
face.
so
Not his face.
it rolls a 13. What's your make a coordination and athletics roll? Yes.
Okay. 3, 4, 5.
You'll do it, little brother. You did it.
12.
Oh, you didn't.
Okay.
Did you?
I fall.
No.
I
It
get
beats
clean.
you by 1, so you stumble,
Yes.
but quickly correct yourself.
Nice.
So yes, you get your shot off. So that's what was the number that you rolled for your original shot at the security box?
What is that?
3. I should be
6.
paying more attention.
So, 12 I got.
Yep, okay. 2. Okay, fine. Another. That's an odd as well. There's another Roomba coming up on you, but of course you're not actually shooting at anything at the moment, so it can't actually trip you up. You're crouched down underneath the desk, as I recall. Okay. So apart from that, what's the general context of what you're doing? Are you looking for better cover? Are you trying to find a way to shoot at either the security lasers or the security bots? What's your intention?
To cower in
Fear of the dreaded Luchabots.
As a little cleaning bot comes up, you can pick it up and just go with scrunch. That'll prevent it from sneaking up and trying to trip somebody else.
you do.
Okay. Peter,
Yes.
Could kick one if
it's an odd
you've
one.
got
Okay, another
good covered footwear.
Okay, what is your plans?
Well, I'm probably going to seek cover like everyone else. I'm in a similar situation. So I'm
Mhm.
assuming, what was it again? Coordination and athletics?
Yes.
4, 5, 6, 7.
What are you rolling for? Because
To not fall over.
all right.
12.
Another miss by 1.
So I do the same thing Dave does.
Yes. It briefly tries to trip you up. You stumble, but you don't fall flat on your face. That's no problem. Okay, so you're taking cover. Okay, so even. So, what are you doing now?
Taking cover.
Taking cover. Okay then.
I want to be the last person standing in the open.
Going, I will deflect your bullets with my bullets.
Is that? Yeah. Sorry. I keep forgetting how much time combat chews up. I hadn't realised we're up to 10 minutes to 9. Okay, third round. I'm going to roll for
Actually,
Mr.
combat
Leonard's.
is it's always
Exactly.
a time
That's why I
consuming
tried to streamline it as much as humanly possible.
Yeah, fair enough.
To summarise it by let's roll the dice each. Who gets the highest roll wins the combat.
No, we've got the third round.
We lose!
Verda
Oh,
will
no,
be
we
actually.
After that,
Hold on a
after
second.
that, it might be
I will
mental
roll to
success.
see if Verda successfully hacks into his own security system and regains control from the Wisnos. 7. I think he will need to spend a wiener point to do that. Yeah, that's cool. No, it's no problem. So yes, at the end of this round,
Yes.
all you've got to do is survive
The
this
tongue of
round.
death.
Okay, so first
The
up
face
for
of doom.
Mr. Sergeant Elep. He is going to be tried to be
The
tricked.
eyebrows is confused.
He is going to make shots at the security bots, which are now advancing to that point.
Dun, 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 dun.
That's definitely a hit. By how much? Oh goodness, it's into the good zone, so that's an automatic lethal.
American needs college football,
Yes,
That's
it does.
two.
according to Representative Jim Jordan. So get out there.
Okay.
And
So,
Lick each other's
Jono,
roll around.
you do
in the
not
mud.
have a Roomba after you. Yep, okay.
Because if
Now, I'm gonna
America
think
doesn't
about
have
that.
college football, I mean, what is the point of America?
Okay,
Exactly. Pointless
we'll
of college
have one of the
football.
security bots, I suppose. Well, no, hold up a second. This is the last round of combat. We're going to have to fait accompli this. How precisely do you want to get shot? Do you want to get shot by the security bots coming up this way going, hush, kill, maim, destroy, or something dramatic like pushing one of the other characters out of the way of harm? in the same
I'm thinking of a kind
Oh, I
of
found it.
dive, shoot,
Says
everything's in
pandemic
smoking
ended
ruins.
Second World War.
Followed by me smiling and then realising I got a hole in
I wanted to have
myself.
him saying thus we defeated the Confederacy. Quote could be better.
This will
Oh, and
probably,
then he was
okay, we'll probably be
interrupted
rolling,
and
finishing up around
Interrupted
about
because somebody
a quarter
was
past
threatening
9 in
the
that
White
case.
House.
But yeah, okay.
Oh, was that
That
what
was
he
the
was
same-
saying?
So-
That's what he's saying when that madness happened. A
So,
good thing it happened.
from what you were just saying,
Could have got worse.
What else could he have said?
4 security bots were coming down this way. Mr. Sergeant Lilip has destroyed
I mean,
one of them,
I'm convinced.
and there are
that's
still
senility,
stunulator
right?
razors coming down
It's not
from
just ignorance.
people overhead, and lots
Do you
of
think
people
that
are
was
carrying.
when one of the Secret
You-
Service guys went?
Describe it again.
Okay,
for
Okay,
They
You,
made-
so-
you have to be an idiot
Bill,
and run onto the
He's
thing.
about to regenerate.
Dramatic
his-
moment. Dramatic moment.
Yes.
He plays his card. He is going to save
Regenerate.
you all and take the fatal wound.
So,
and
here we go. I come diving in. I've got my heavy staser.
You have
I'm
a
firing-
heavy staser.
I'm firing every shot that I can possibly get. And I'm just nailing everything. It's awesome. Boom, boom, boom. Every shot that I fire hits. And then finally I stand there with this great fait accompli, look down and realise, oh crap.
Big Hulk. Those of you who saw the final Capaldi
Oh,
episode,
Jesus.
World
Stop
Love
it.
and Time,
No, Jesus didn't. I don't think it was.
Go
you
in
remember
there.
what
Jesus
happened to
didn't
Bill
want
Potts? She had
Jesus
a really
didn't
big
stop
hole.
that.
It was almost cartoonish, Warner Brothers
Oh,
cartoon.
yeah.
Really big hole, just burned it. Go, oh crap. And she felt better. This happens here.
Aha!
My last words are, ow.
How do you manage to do that with no middle, no lungs?
There's a little bit of breath left in my
Little
throat.
tiny little bit of breath left.
I'm a pretty good
It's a
doctor. I
lot
reckon I
quieter than I
can fix
thought it was
that.
going to be.
At least it's cauterized already.
Give me a shot.
That's why I don't watch Doctor Who anymore.
Flesh wound.
Fill it with super glue and gauze.
Tell
I'm a
Right.
really good doctor. I reckon I can save him.
So at that point, Verda regains control
You know you
of
can
the
seal
computer
wounds with
systems
super
and the stunnators and all the advanced
I'm not
robots
joking.
and the-
No.
I know, but I'm just thinking of sealing this
simply
wound.
stop
I've
attacking.
seen
Surely it can't be good
And
for
he
you, though.
goes, he looks around and says,
Better than
victory!
bleeding to
Oh dear.
gash in his forehead.
Okay.
And then the
Now,
divine being came and
if
resurrected
I'm
her, and they
remembering
fucked
correctly,
her off
sorry.
without letting the doctor know she was
I'm
still
just
alive.
wondering if you're
I actually
bleeding
looked-
profusely everywhere, whether you can just get some
Inconsiderate
super glue.
assholes.
I actually looked at the
Probably.
regeneration rules.
That's a different kind of super glue.
If you got a
But
deep
I-
gash, I don't think, you know, it's
There
deep
was
gash.
something in the rules which I did not note
That's the next
down
Warhammer
about
game.
how you can
So I
hang
put
on
one of
for
my
20
I don't think the next
level-
Warhammer series is going to be called Deep Gash.
Probably not.
He's Nagash's cousin.
So I'll leave it up to you entirely whether you want to regenerate
Dave knows
right
what I
now,
referred to.
which would probably be
Not entirely.
advisable given the nature of the wound, or whether or not you want to hang on just for a bit.
I'm just going to say I've got a big hole in my gut. I don't think either is. I don't think there's an option for me. I think.
I have no medicine.
I think the time for voluntary actions is long past.
Fair enough. Yeah.
What are you going to regenerate
I
as?
told you.
Well, this is a good question.
It's a bit of a crapshoot.
Well, you do get choices on that, or you can roll. You've got a choice on that. You can. Skills, as a general rule of thumb, don't change, although if you want to tweak them for the new persona, you can. Appearance almost certainly will change. Attributes tend, the physical attributes tend to be the ones which change, although again, you can make arguments for GM approval for the non-physical ones. And traits usually remain the same, but they can be changed as well. So you've got, but you can roll randomly for
so much damage.
I'm quite happy to go random and see where the chips fall.
just with appearance or with the traits.
Let's see. What I would say is I'd like to adjust the skills.
Yeah.
Because if you have a look, this future incarnation is probably more gung-ho, which means a bit more of a fighter and a bit more of a marksman would be logical.
It was just
So if I lose some
drivel.
convince and some
You could almost
subterfuge
get
in
away with
favour
just
of...
saying, I just said the wrong,
some marksman
you
would
said
be
the
good.
wrong thing.
I'm almost willing to give him a
the-
pass on that one.
No.
He's done far worse than that.
Yeah, I'd give him the pass if it wasn't for the fact
Random
that he got the
spell
year completely wrong as well.
Okay, so
True.
Everything
just note it down.
It's just like, I'm just going to make up stuff.
So skills,
It's like a 5-year-old.
take off
Says
how
what-
many
No.
points from.
You're insulting my
Well, I was
kindergarten
thinking
class.
Okay.
They would
He's going
never
to be
say
more of a
such a thing.
gung-ho character.
Yes, but how many points do you want to take?
So maybe lose one of my...
I'll tell you,
I'm
your
overdone
mask
on
scares
convince
me.
anyway. So
No,
take
I'm
off
I am
one,
not scared of a
one
single
convince,
child
Mhm.
in the library wearing a mask.
one off
You just scared them
subterfuge,
normally.
Most of the children have masks themselves, so it's
Yeah,
like,
subterfuge.
No, we're just not.
and
That's
pour
ridiculous.
those into fighter or marksman.
Marksman
he's
is
making that
shooting,
rule the school
fighting
or the
is
government?
more hand-to-hand
Department of
combat, whether
Education.
that's fisticuffs
Department of
or something sophisticated like the Keto.
Keto.
Actually, I won't make a huge difference. I'll make it 2 for fighting. That just brings it up to a normal character, doesn't it?
1, 2 fighting, yeah.
And 2 for marksman.
No!
Kung Fu fighting?
Marksman.
Everyone's Kung Fu fighting.
Okay, appearance. Okay.
Well, actually, John Pertwee never had
So
a kiddo. He just had
Well, do you
like
want to-
yelling and hand
No,
moving.
he had
Okay.
Martian
Okay, 4.
Aikido.
Oh.
No,
Yeah.
Venusian
Okay.
Aikido.
Hey,
so the
ja.
first one is
And he would flip people.
Yeah, he had a Venusian Aikido. It was called that. That's
the
his official
first
name.
physical attribute of the rank.
Pretty
is,
amazing considering what he looks like and how he dressed.
see, I don't actually have any
Why?
features
Just like
on
one
my
of your
appearance
characters.
anyway.
Okay.
I don't know what you're complaining about.
Coordination. It has gone.
Who are we talking about?
His character, John Pertwee.
Oh.
Whose character is John Pertwee? Oh, right, okay.
He's in Curse of Strahd. That's how I picture him.
Awareness,
Dressing like John
you roll a
Pertwee
four,
with
so
his
it's the
cape
same.
and everything.
Yeah, right.
I
The
kind of
next
like
one is
that.
coordination.
But with Jack
All
Lance's
same.
face.
Big cravat
It's
thing.
down,
Oh, right.
which
It's a
suggests
scarf,
that.
actually.
Well, it was already 4, so it
Yeah,
was pretty
yeah.
good.
Very,
Okay.
very,
So,
very
and
pale.
strength, presumably
Like-
then.
Like even
Well,
Who's
paler
well,
than
pale?
Peter.
anyway,
Who's pale?
Like amazing.
John Pertwee.
That's my character.
So,
Oh, your
you
character
want to
already
swap
looks like a
1 or 2
vampire.
points from coordination into
And then
strength.
he puts white
Mhm.
makeup on.
So,
Yeah.
So what
he
do we
would.
want? 1 or 2?
Little Rue
one.
said, pretend blood.
Oh, God.
Goes
You
to-
would, you
Goes-
freak.
To highlight
Oh yeah. The Doctor Who episode State of Decay with all the vampires. I put like eyeshadow under my eyes.
Well, the colour, yes.
I don't remember that. But that's
Mhm.
That was a classic. That was one of the best Doctor Who.
So is this how we end Saxon, with him regenerating? It seems like a good idea.
Yeah, we saved the day and he regenerates.
Yep, okay. And as I said, off panel then, after the events
What did you read?
close. After the events of the episode close, you go off, do funky things with
Yes, it could be the
with black
epilogue.
holes, stabilize the moon by basically crushing it into a singularity. Yay! Yeah.
Saxon, I would like to take panels from the TARDIS and put him in like a little box.
Oh yeah.
Hang on a minute.
No, that's what needs to
No,
happen
I'm
to
still
him.
alive.
No, you're not.
No,
No,
I'm
you're
still
unconscious.
alive.
I've already got the bagpipes, and we're
No.
I feel happy.
No, you're unconscious. And you're going to be unconscious for the whole next series of Saxon sessions.
no,
This
Yeah,
is
you
not
will
fun.
be.
This
Yeah, you
is
will
not
be.
fun.
We'll carry you around with a
he'll
little
be
hover
slightly
thing.
erratic for the first half of the next
And
episode.
how would you know? I mean,
Oh, you're going the
Colin Baker
the
route.
Colin Baker. Everyone hates him.
Don't they?
Yeah, you're going to just choke
From
one
a
of
TV
us or something?
series, yes.
Oh.
Big Finish Audios, he's really
I have to
quite
strangle you now. I have to betray you.
So-
Oh, I'm having another personality shift. Who
I was
knows what
actually-
my original personality
I was actually
was?
reading about that. They were saying that Colin Baker
Yeah, he's
acted the part
yeah.
really, really well, despite the fact that the scriptwriters seem to have taken stupid pills
Yeah, he got
regularly.
screwed by the script writers.
Mhm, basically.
It's best if we put the nail in the coffin, though.
So anyway, we will leave it there then. Okay. Thank you very much.
Thank
There
you.
you go.